very good afternoon to you, and it's yet another beautiful day. It feels good to be here with you once more, and it's Legislature Today on SRTV. The 10th National Assembly was inaugurated on the 13th day of June 2023, and it's made up of 109 senators and 360 House of Representative members.
Thank you.
Of course, Nigerians are expectant. Who is your House of Rep member? Who is your senator? Today on the show, we have a very special guest with us on the show today, and he is the representative of Ogewu Federal Constituency. He is representing them in the Federal House of Assembly. I'm talking about Right Honorable Evangelist David Agada Ogewu. He is our guest on the show today. But remember, I am Joy Gwen. Welcome to the legislature today, sir.
Thank you for having me.
And how do you feel being part of the show today?
Well, with thanks to God Almighty and to the rare privileged.
Okay. Well, it feels good to have you on the show with us today. And I'll set the ball rolling immediately. I would like to know you. We will want to know you because build up to the elections. Some voters, I hear them refer to you as Reverend. In fact, someone said you are a gospel musician. They say you are a humanitarian. And now we are addressing you as Honorable. Please, can you tell us about yourself?
Well, I remain Ogewu David Agada. And by the special grace of God, to some of your questions, contemplating on what I was or what I am, I am an evangelist, even to date. And also, by the grace of God, I was elected to represent the good people of Ogewu Federal constituency from Benue State. By the grace of God, the works with us speak of whom we are, even without much saying. So we are still maintaining what God asks us to do. Of course, it's part of discipling the people for God.
The area of humanitarian, I want you to talk about that.
Yes, like the Bible makes us to understand, and it's stated very clear. The Bible says a true and pure religion is that which take care of the orphans, the widows, the needy. This is what is called the pure true religion. So, for me, my ministry, especially the Divine Oracle Ministry International, which by the grace of God is a ministry I bettered, is just out to see to the well-being of these widows, orphans, and the needy. And we've been having all that in years before even coming back to Benue, which is my state of origin.
Okay. One would think that, like the ministry you've just mentioned, one would think that you will be so busy that you won't even think of venturing into politics.
I think the first time I came back home to Benue State precisely was sometime around 2016-17 for my family to get acquainted with my state of origin, and then at least to know some of my relatives. My wife happened to be an Igbo woman who always said to me, I want to know who your people are. So I have no option but to, take them down to get acquainted with our people. Looking at ministry and politics, this is pure service to humanity. There is no much difference. The only problem we do encounter, even at the political times, are this act of some of the gladiators who are so insincere in what they do. You need to be sincere in serving people. It's a calling. It's a calling. Politics is even a calling. When the wrong people are saying we are called, that's why you're having issues today, even in the country at large. But by the time as a person you are called to this service, you will do it with all diligence. The first time I was requested to contest for this position was 2019. And I can assure you that looking at the way the people were yearning, oh, come to do this for us, you have done this for us, come and contest, represent us. And I said, no, I don't want politics. They said, no, you need to serve. And I got at a point, the pressure was so much, I yielded to the pressure. And I went to bring a party that was not even known in Benue, ABGA, at that time. And I was so shocked. The people proved to me that, yes, they are willing. They went all out to vote for me to win. Okay? So, with some of the usual things they do in politics, which I told them I will not put my hand in such, so many things happened. 2023, they still came. And this time around, I decamped from the ABGA into APC as a platform. And they still went all out. You can imagine, okay, for instance, this was a primary election that was contested, and I became a candidate. And some people who feel they can smuggle their way through the back door took me to court. In fact, the judgment to that effect was carried out a Friday, a night to the election, or a day to the election. For instance, like today being Friday, the next day was election. And I had the judgment at the Supreme Court authenticating me as a candidate. The people in that determination went all out to still vote for me massively. Massively. So this also have told me, look, your people want justice. And I'm here to dispense justice. And that's service, yeah.
What do you have on ground for your people? What do you intend to do for them? I won't be saying much because, of course, it's barely 5 months. You were sworn in, the House of Assembly was inaugurated. So it's still a very young baby. But then, what are your intentions? What do you have on ground for them right now?
Well, like I always say to everyone who cares to listen, I rely on God for everything I do. And first, I thank God Almighty because He has put in place people who are ready to carry the burdens of the country. Like my president, the commander-in-chief of armed forces, His Excellency Ahmed Bola Tinubu, he's ready to work for the people, and he has taken those bold steps. If you come to the leadership of the National Assembly, I have a speaker who is ready, ever ready, to make sure that things are done right in our various constituencies. And with this in place, and with the zeal as an individual, knowing very well that I'm here to dispense justice, I can assure you, my constituents will witness nothing less than justice. And everything will be done in transparency, everything will be done right. What belongs to her, that they will surely get. And there will not be maneuvering of any such. These things will go straight to them. So for me to say, oh, I'm going to build so-so skyscraper, I don't do that. Because I don't owe tomorrow. But I can assure you, whatever is meant for my people is going straight to them. For the few months we've been here, by the grace of God, God has forced to do one or two things. If you put your ears to the ground, you know that, yes, they've been receiving attentions and so many things are happening. Electrification is going on. And construction of Ogewu to Cross River is ongoing, thanks to Mr. President who made it possible. So we are not sleeping. All I can say to you, the best is on the way.
Thank you very much for that, and we will go on a quick break and be right back to continue. And if you're just joining us, it's the Legislature Today on srtv, and our guest has been the Honorable Member representing the Ogewu Federal Constituency in the Federal House of Representatives. Please stay with us. We'll be right back.
Are you a filmmaker in Abuja and its environ? Do you need a place for your music video, or you need a venue for your conference and even an editing suite for your post-production? Look no further. Our beautiful turret in Lokogoma has it all. We have a whole floor that consists of 3-angle lounge, a beautiful dining area, a large kitchen, a conference area that can comfortably accommodate 60 persons, and 5-bedroom adaptable for all kind of shoots. The good news is all is available at affordable price. And you know what? If you are a member of the Association of Movie Producers of Nigeria, you have 20% discount. So what are you waiting for? Hurry and contact us on the numbers on your screen now.
Welcome back. It's still the legislature today on srtv, and like I earlier on told you, our guest is the honorable member representing Ogewu Federal constituency, talking about Honorable David Ogewu. Right now, I would want us to talk about the bills that you have. I'm interested in two in particular. The one of the university, yes, the Biometric University, and the Federal Medical Center, one in Ogewu, one in Obi. I wanted to talk about them, those two projects.
Well, coming into this space, representing my people, there are things I've noticed. My people have actually been totally kind of cut off from the states, even at the federal. It's more like them in a kind of round hole, just to them alone. They have no access roads, nothing to write home about, not talk about social amenities. You can imagine when you don't have road, what brings about the social amenities? Nothing. So looking at this now, currently by God's grace, as God is helping us, Mr. President is really hearkening to our cry and our plea. Road constructions are ongoing. The next thing we need to have is some of these social amenities, and to have this federal presence aside this federal constituency seat that has been given to my people. There is no any other federal presence in Ogewu federal constituency. Now, the first thing I looked at that dimension was to have a bill which by the grace of God has passed through first reading, and we're working on the second reading, and as the case may be, for us to establish, or for federal government to establish, a federal biomedical university. Now, this will also help all the neighboring states. So fortunate for my people, we are neighbor to different states. Cross River, Ebonyi, Enugu are the other houses. And then you move the other way around, you're almost going to Cameroon. And then also come down to Taraba, houses and all of that. Now, this federal biomedical university will also help this state, neighboring state, to all, make use of this particular university. In fact, in the whole of North Central, I don't think we have such yet. Then having that, North Central herself will be benefiting from it. And then this will also open up my own federal constituency. Of course, economic booming will come our ways, and so many other things. I will keep at that. Then, when it comes to health sector, we have challenges. When you go to visit the general hospital we have in that constituency, you weep. Trying to even carry out tests for malaria is a case. So we need that federal medical center in Obi local government, precisely so that the people can have access to good medical attention. Good medical attention. So these are the reason why I put off this bill. I'm pleading with my colleagues that they make that bill to see the light of the day. And above all, have my president assent to the bill.
I was going to ask you that. Are you hopeful about that?
Yes, I am. I'm very much hopeful, because we are all lively people in this tent assembly. This tent assembly is not sit down and look. This tent assembly are ready to work. So we are all committed to work.
Well, that is what we want. That's our prayer.
Yeah.
We want the best for our people.
Yeah.
And then you are an official in the committee on the army, yes. Can you tell us about that committee, your mandate?
Yeah, by the grace of God, of course, being a deputy chairman, House Committee on Army, I have my chairman. We are working hand to hand together, working around the clock. We are also trying to see that the insecurity situations in the country are put to final arrest. Now, I am also happy that I'm part of that committee. I'm not just part as deputy chairman. You can, if you listen to the news for some times past, you discover that our neighboring constituency, the Otupo, as this was on the news, for an attack on armed robbery. And then moving a little, let's say 2 kilometers from that Otupo, you get to Obi Aziz, where kidnapping is constantly happening. Now, with this committee, by the grace of God, with things that have been, put in place, I assure you, those things will be things of the past. So the insecurity in the state, even as state, the whole state as a place, we also work assiduously to make sure that these things, insecurity, are kept to their barest minimum. So we are working very hard.
But I will still ask you about the French National Assembly, the House of Representatives. What do you have to tell us about them?
Wow, it's a wonderful assembly, I must tell you. We are wonderful people. Very, people with overzealous for the work.
Because Nigerians are expectant.
Yes, and we are ready to give to them what they want. Now, you will see that we have not been playing. Anything that is affecting the masses has been our own problem. Right from the subsidy removal, the president took the burden, and immediately we said, let us look for a way. He came up with palliative. We didn't hesitate. We passed it that very day to make sure that Nigerians are being, taking up this hardship. And then when it comes to the plight of the country, the 10th National Assembly, with several motions being moved, you will discover that we are not playing. We are there to serve. And I can assure you, before this 10th Assembly rounds up, you will have enough bills passed like never before. And not just passed, workable. Yes.
Like I said, Nigerians are expectant.
Yes. We are all out for them. That's why we're representing them. Their cry is our cry. Their pains is our pain. So we are in for them, and we'll do everything humanly possible by the power of God Almighty to make sure that all things being equal, things are put right.
Okay. Well, we'll go back to your constituency. I would want you to speak to them. Any word from your people?
Well, like they always hear from me, we keep hoping on God, looking up to God, who is the author and the finisher of our faith. He will guide us and lead us into a prosperous new year again. Because 2023 is already gone, and by the grace of God, in the next couples of weeks or a month thereabout, we'll be welcoming 2024. And I want to say to my people that the best is yet to come.
So you have to say it in your language.
Oh, igede ali oligede nyadam titomba po college no bo ho yunko to kola no ho long rin olu ye konyi wewe wele and okro lo ewe ho ha higede egwu lele ha gwewe ejawari jugbe so aididaka okleta tupu enyika anyanwu eja ho tikpe long rin olu ye aiwu tika holeo. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Yes.
And then you are young and you seem to have achieved a lot. There's so much you have done, and one will say you are a fighter. you are determined. So I want you to talk to the youths who are interested in venturing into politics, or even the ones that are already there. In fact, the youths of today, because they are facing so much challenges. Not everyone is ready to fight. So I don't know if you can address the youth.
Yeah, 3 things I would say to the youth that you must abide by, that I as a person use as an individual climbing these ladders. Number 1, humility. Number 2, sincerity. Number 3, I say sincerity, humility, simplicity. Now, if you have these 3 things, you'll be fine. The problem of some of our youth today is that they are neither sincere to themselves, nor humble, nor even ready to be to exercise that simplicity. Yeah, some of them, they want to tell you where they've not been to. It's one of the problems we have. And then secondly, they tend to be faster than their shadow. Sometimes you see some of the youth, they cry, oh, if I'm given this social position, I'll be this very good. Just test them with 100,000 naira. You see something different. So, but if you have these 3 things guiding yourself, I can assure you, like I always say to people, if you deceive others, don't deceive yourself. So to the youth, if you have these 3 things guiding you, I can assure you will prosper in every field of endeavor. In politics, sometimes they will tell you it's a dirty game. If you play it dirty, it becomes dirty. If you play it right, it becomes right. For me, I will always love to play it right. Call a spade a spade. Whether it's good for me at that time I'm calling it or not, as long as I've said the truth, my conscience will be free. And no matter how, truth is delayed, it will surely comes back. If you lie now, you want to look for another lie to cover the lie you just lied. You look for another lie to cover the next one, so you continue lying. At the end of it, the truth will surely prevail. So let me borrow from somebody. Somebody say, whether you say the truth, you will die. Even if you don't say the truth, you will still die. And you say die, now die. So why don't you say the truth? So to my youth, be truthful to yourself and do what is right. And the sky will be your starting point, because politics is full of so many mischievous people. I've seen it. I've witnessed it. For some of them, they say, oh, this guy is arrogant. It's because I say the truth. Because they want you to bend it. I will not bend the truth. White is white. Black is black. So here are we today. No matter how long it takes, the truth will prevail. So they should learn to abide by the truth and do what is right. And then I believe they will find themselves in that space they want to be. When others are saying, let's come together to conspire or to do what is wrong, they should be able to say, no, this is wrong. Like in my constituency, when you ask them, they will tell you, this one, if you tell you, go to this place, just go and sleep. You will go there and be fine. But if you say no, then maybe it's only God that will change the no. So this is what you should be known for. Some say he's very young. Like, I believe even you yourself, maybe you meet me on the road, you wouldn't believe that maybe that is the Ogewu. Sure, I believe so much. Because they will say, oh, is that him? He's very small. Now, and I said to people, the size, the physical size does not really matter. The content of a man matters most. So, if you are big in size and the content is meager, I think it's an error. So we need to amplify or intensify the us or the you in you. Let me use that one. The you in you. That will help you to achieve that which you really need to achieve. So I want to wish all the youth out there best of luck and tell them that it is easy to run politics in a godly way. Come and join us and we'll do it together. Thank you.
So thank you very much, sir. And then on the final note, what would you want to be remembered for?
Of course, legacy. And this legacy, I say to people, are of two types. It's either going to be negative or positive. You can't have the two. You must have one. Now, when a man is no more, he's not remembered by the amount of vehicles, amount of house or numbers of houses, amount of money stored in his bank's account or what have you. But a man is remembered of the character, the lifestyle he or she lives. Now, in this office, number one, I want to be remembered, when he was there, he dispenses justice. Off here, this is the legacy he has set behind. This was done during his time. This was carried out during his time. This is what happened positively during his time. These are legacy. Above all, he loves God. Above all, you die. He must make heaven. These are legacy positively that I so much admire that I should be remembered for. I want to be remembered that, or people to remember me of the good deeds I'm able to achieve and the smile I'm able to put on the face of my constituents. So these are the basic things I really want to be remembered for.
Thank you very much, Honorable, for finding time to be with us on the show today. We really appreciate that.
Thanks for having me.
Well, viewers, that's the much we can take on Legislature Today on srtv. You can follow us on our social media handles scrolling on your screen at the moment, and then remember that we are into events, rentals, and location rentals. The number scrolling on your screen right now, you can go to our email. Please like, comment, and follow us like I said. We'd like to hear from you. What do you think about the show? Make a comment there and we'll appreciate getting a feedback from you. I still remain your host, Joy Ogewu. Bye for now.